Welcome back to the VR Aperture, your source for the most detailed news in virtual reality and reviews from an engineer's perspective. I am Destroy Troy, and I will be your host through the VR Aperture. This week, we'll be returning to our multi-part review series on the Index Virtual Reality Kit. Part 2, Controller Construction. So right off the bat, it feels like a sturdy piece of equipment. The plastic is nice and hard, and where it's necessary, materials are made of metal. Both here where the sensor bar joins the controller itself, and the strap here is metal at the joint. The strap is a nice, soft, but durable material. The rip cord is attached by a nice, sturdy, riveted anchor. The only thing I worry about is the cord itself wearing prematurely, as this is the method for tightening, is just by pulling it through. And it is discoloring the material slightly here, so hopefully it lasts a nice long time, but if it doesn't, I will report back to you on that. I'm very happy that they included thumbsticks in this version of the controller. The previous version did not have a thumbstick. It was purely a touchpad on top. The size of the thumbstick is considerably smaller than what you would see on an Xbox or PlayStation controller. It's more like the size of one from the Nintendo Switch, and there's quite a bit of controversy going on right now. If you're unaware, after apparently not too much usage, the thumbstick experiences what is referred to as stick drift, where even though it's at the home position, the cursor has a tendency to drift off in one direction or the other. The touch sensors themselves allow for quite a considerable amount of force, which, if you're aware of the new diagnostic tool that accompanied the most recent Steam VR update, there is a bar graph that registers how hard you're pushing on the touchpad here, and considering how much pressure it allows for, it will need to withstand quite an amount of pressure, and from the feel of it, it seems that it will endure quite a long life of that pressure. If we experience any troubles with it in the future, we will report to you on that. Same goes with the thumbstick. Hopefully the thumbstick doesn't experience the same trouble the Nintendo Switch is having. Another issue that I have is where the strap, the metal, joins with the plastic controller. It has a bit of wobble in there, and if I hold it up to the camera, you can kind of see that plastic wedging up and down here from another view. And considering this is what you tighten down to keep the controller in your hand, and people tend to get wild when they play video games, I'm concerned that that might weaken. So in addition to my concern with the thumbstick, I'm concerned with where the strap joins here on the controller and potentially prying up this plastic over time, or weakening the anchor point that's underneath there. If it does turn out that this is a weak point, we will of course report that back to you. But that about wraps it up with controller construction. I have considerably more to say with controller design. There's a whole lot of features with these new controllers. Some of them worked out really well, some of them not so well. And of course, we're gonna give you all the nitty-gritty on that. So stay tuned for the next video. And once again, we appreciate you tuning in to the VR Aperture. Enjoy the rest of your week.